timing because we know it's a school night. We don't want to keep the students out too late. We're going to go ahead and go on with our program, but please feel free to continue to eat and enjoy your meal. And we will move along so that we can get y'all out of here in a timely manner. So now I would like to introduce Diane MacGyver. Like I said, Diane MacGyver is the Let's Go Advance Advisor, which means that she works with all of our middle school students at Colossus and Dunbar. She works tirelessly to provide a positive impact on the life of every student, and she's very dedicated to trying to get to know each and every one of your students on a personal level. Please help me welcome her to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight. Are in for a treat. I got to hear our speaker, Perez, this morning, and he is fantastic. So they need to hold down your place because this place is going to start rattling in just a minute. Patrick has danced in front of over 300,000 people over 4 countries. He has performed in over 32 states, and he's written books and all sorts of things. And he's been some awards for writing for student magazines and Toastmasters International. Guys, if you don't know what that is, it's for people who can make wonderful speeches and outstanding communication. And I am just so
Whoa, wait, 1 second. So, Miss Diane, it's really cool to introduce me, but instead of just telling everybody who I am, could I show you who I am real quick? All right, you're phenomenal. Real quick, everybody, lift up your right hand. I know you're eating, but put your fork down. Right hand in the air, put it on your neighbor's shoulder. Now shake him and say, wake up! Lift up your left hand, put your hand on your other neighbor, shake him and say, dance, puppet, dance! Now lift up both hands and say, students assemble! If I called you, get up here. Students, get up here. This is your shot. DJ Kyle, let's turn that up. Turn that up. I've got some volunteers over here. Get up here. I called you. Get up here. Where my ladies at? My dance ladies, where you at? Actually, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. We're here to help you. Just follow me. Follow me. All right. Right here. Roll it up. Roll it up. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Right here. Kick. Side. Front. Side. Cabbage patch. Power to you. So here's what we're going to do. I know some of you are eating. I know some of you are falling asleep, but it's okay. We're here to wake you up, so we're going to do a little follow the leader. You know, just instead of telling you that I like to dance, I'm going to show you some of my favorite dances and some dances that I really don't know. So I'm going to need your help. If y'all want to jump in, feel free to stand up wherever you are. Just don't hit your neighbor. Not good. So, first song, real simple. It's very dear to my heart. Just put your hands in front of you. Hands in front. All right? And let me get there. Yes. All right. So real easy. You're just gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two. Good. You got it. Keep going. Keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right here. 5, turn. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, wow, I don't have a girl. It's kind of sad. Alright, so next song, even if you don't have a girl or a guy, you can still be happy. So just follow me. Next song, you gotta get it out here. Alright, wait. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. This is where y'all come in. Who can show us how to whip and nay-nay? Come on, girl, we're gonna follow you. Oh snap. Yeah. Okay. No, keep going. Okay, you got this.
Watch me.
I'm so lost. No. Yeah. Oh, Okay, all right. Now everybody jump back in. Monkey, monkey. Other side. Take it lower, move the cat. Take it lower, move the cat. Make a smoothie. All right, twist it out, twist it out, twist it out, twist it out. All right, we're gonna kick it into high gear. Hollywood. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth. Good, good, mom. Shake, shake, baby, shake, shake, shake. Good, 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 good. All right, that was good. Now this last song is something that I used to get down to back when I was your age. You know, so this is old school style. It comes down to attitude. What I need you to do, just get into this b-boy stance. Attitude! All right, so just follow me here. You got the stance. Oh snap, oh snap. Right here, we're gonna slide to the left. Slide to the right. All right, right here, step back. All the way down. Back it up, let me begin. Jump, yes. Do it. Do it. Good, good. Run it up, run it up. Run it up. Run, run, back. Get a pose. Give him a hand, give him a hand. Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. Do the face back, take a bow, take a bow. You're beautiful. And your grand prize, sit down. All right, give him a. Some of you are like, with mashed potatoes. Not good. So my name is Patrick Perez. I come from the land of Austin, Texas. Some of you are like, he's a hippie. He eats quinoa and rides a bicycle. So, in case you haven't noticed, I like to dance. Dancing is one of my many talents that I don't have. I'm actually one of those weird freaky people that you see on the freeway, just like, when people pull up next to me, I turn it up really loud. They're all freaking out like paranormal activity in the world. So I'm actually out of breath. That's not good. Well, dancing has opened up a lot of doors for me. Yes, my college degree academically challenged me. But dancing has been that physical, almost like a spiritual challenge. You know, there's nothing more scary than jumping out in front of a bunch of people and just showing them what you got. Showing them your dance moves and so forth. One of the craziest dance battles I actually ever had was my freshman year at the University of Texas in El Paso. Harvard on the border, that's what we call it. So I was a freshman on campus. 10,000 people on campus. There's music, there's food. It's just a big block party. You know, the little paneta man going by, panetas, churros, nachos, niños. It was just this awesome party. So I was sitting at this table with some international students from China, Japan, and so I'm getting to meet these students, and I just had this thought. I was like, you know, instead of just sitting here, having a normal freshman orientation, what if I do something different? You see, one of my mottos in life is I'm not trying to be better than other people, but I am trying to be different. So I figured, well, they've got a DJ over there in the back. What if I just go over to where the DJ is, and I just start dancing? It wasn't more different than a breakdancing Mexican. So I got up out of my chair, walked over to where the DJ was. The DJ was getting down. So I'm like, oh, dude, this is dope. I gave the DJ a plug, and then I just started dancing. So here I am dancing, not knowing what was going to happen, just having fun. Well, the group of people started forming a circle around me. And this really cute girl ran out, she's like, go dance again. I'm all like, orale chica. So I see this girl, I'm like, you know, I got this audience, just live it up. If you get that opportunity, live it up. So I get back out there, I start dancing, I start going crazy, when all of a sudden, boom, out of this corner, another dancer jumped into the circle. And this guy was good. That was the cue for the video. Come on, video. Yes. So this guy jumped into the circle. So that guy jumped into the circle. This guy by the name of Gabriel Lozano, a.k.a. Ghetto Gabe, because he's ghetto. So he jumped into the circle. Now this guy jumps into the cypher. He's looking at everybody, then he's looking right at me. And not only is he in there stealing my thunder, stealing my audience, trying to steal the girl, you know, he is calling me out. This guy wants to battle. And I'm just like 50 Shades of, no! You know, I hated this guy. I was like, dude, this is not cool, not cool. So in that moment, I was faced with one of the craziest battles that I had ever been in. A battle that would ultimately shape my career, my future, because of one choice, one decision. You see, it's kind of crazy how one choice can change the direction of your entire life. How one decision can change the course of the story that you're living out. So before I can tell you what happened between me and that guy, I gotta tell you that my battle actually started years before. My battle started well before this guy jumped into the circle. You see, growing up, my battle was always this negative thinking. Up here, you know, it's those small thoughts that keep us from becoming giants. I always struggled with self-doubt. I got bullied a lot back in middle school and high school. You know, the atomic wedgie. You know, that was me. So the bullying made me doubt my self-worth. But it was my own negative thinking that made me doubt my own capabilities. You see, I know all of you in here, from the youngest student to maybe the oldest adult, we all have our own struggles. We have struggles that maybe we hide inside. We have struggles that maybe people can see us, you know, getting out, you know, angry, getting into fights, talking trash. But a lot of times it's those struggles that can help create your story. Not letting it beat you down, but letting it build you up. Wherever you are, you gotta understand that one choice can change everything. I got into breakdancing, b-boying as it's called, not so much to be like some amazing famous dancer. No, I didn't get into dancing because of that. I got into dancing because I was too shy to ask a girl to the school dance. I got into breakdancing because I was tired of people picking on me, making fun of me, thinking I'm a loser. I figured if I got into the dance scene, I would get respect. Figured if I got into the dance scene, I could go to the school dances by myself and just be like, boom, 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 you know, word to your mother. You know, that was my ambition. That was my dream. As I got into the dancing, I used to practice, you know, 3-4 hours a day. People say, practice makes perfect. That first you won't succeed. Try again. So I began to practice my junior year of high school into my senior year. I used to practice in my parents' garage down in Austin. It's all hot, humid, nasty. My neighbors used to walk by and be like, look, he's gonna die. Let's watch. But I kid you not, there were times when I would be practicing in my parents' garage, I would just close my eyes and imagine what it would be like to dance in front of thousands of people. You see, every goal has to start somewhere. Every dream has to start somewhere, even if it's as crazy as being a dancer. So I got into the dancing, and something interesting happened along the way. Before I ever auditioned for America's Got Talent, never really made it anywhere, before I got picked up by Red Bull to start hosting international dance competitions, I was just a dancer on a mission. A mission more so to prove my worth. I was trying to find respect, not like my best friends Kenny and Justin, who found their respect by blazing up, drinking up, partying up, throwing up. No, that's how they found their respect. I didn't want to go down that path. So as I got into the dancing, I began to get the attention of younger students, middle school students. These kids would come up to me when I'm practicing at the park or even outside the band hall and just be like, hey, mister, could you show me that dance move you just did? And I was like, don't stab me. Okay, yeah. So I began to show these little at-risk students the art of b-boying. And as I began to show them the dancing, I began to build this bridge. And I'll just ask them, hey man, you know, you got the move, but how are things at home? Oh, you know, mister, my family's not the best. You know, my brother got locked up. Oh, you know, I'm sorry to hear that. And so I began to just kind of build this bridge. And one student in particular would set the foundation for what I do with my life. This was a young middle school student by the name of Eddie. And he's what we would call a wannabe gangster, wannabe cholo, shaved head, the knee-high socks, the oaks, and what are they about? And I was always just like, wow, this kid's trying to be in a gang, but he lives in Pflugerville, Texas, like the country. What are you going to do, spray paint a cow? Órale vaca! Se llama machaca! So Eddie's mom introduced me to him more so as a mentor. You know, again, I was not the best dancer, but here's the thing. You don't have to be the best in order to make a difference. You don't have to be the best in order to make a difference in somebody else's life, even if it's your little brother or your little sister, or even yourself. And so I began to hang out with this kid by the name of Eddie. I began to teach him the art of breakdancing. I began to teach him a little bit of graffiti. And I began to show him, look, Eddie, if you're mad at somebody, don't get into another fight on campus. Go dance for about 2 hours, get that frustration out. Look, Eddie, if you got a lot of junk going on in your head, these negative thoughts, bomb it out with some graffiti in your journal. Don't hold it in. Simply put, I was trying to show Eddie that his choices were creating his future. Well, what kind of future was he going to start creating? Like some of you, Eddie had his own struggles on campus. A lot of people made fun of Eddie because he had a speaking disability. A lot of times he would get excited and the words just wouldn't come out. So a lot of people made fun of him. Maybe like they make fun of you because you're different. You're not as tall as so-and-so, you're not as pretty as so-and-so, you don't smell like vanilla brown sugar, you know, whatever. People are gonna hate. And so I began to show Eddie, look dude, if you're mad, don't get into fights, you don't gotta prove yourself by being in a gang, just be true to who you are, and let those people who love you embrace you and accept you. Well, after about 2 years of hanging out with Eddie, and I became like his Jedi master, his little Padawan, we went to IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. Anybody like IHOP in here? Yeah, America. So we're at IHOP getting down on our Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. So much bacon, it goes in your booty type of thing. And I asked Eddie one question. As we're sitting there eating our meal, I asked him, Eddie, if you could do just one thing this year, man, and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? Well, he was drawing graffiti on his napkin. He just looked up at me like, stupid. Went back to drawing graffiti. So again, I asked him, Eddie, if you could do just one thing with your life, and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? What would you want to do? So Eddie thought about it for a second, put his marker down, kind of leaned back, and he told me, he's like, you know what, mister? Stop it, scared. If I could do just one thing this year, and I wouldn't fail, I would go buy me a Chevrolet Impala. That's a kitty. Just kidding. I bought me a Chevrolet Impala, throw some rims on it, convert it into a lowrider. That's my dream, and I just cruise low and slow. Some of you are like, George Lopez, is he here? Sorry, you couldn't afford George, you're stuck with this Mexican, so yeah. So a lowrider. Here I was hoping that Eddie would tell me that he wants to graduate from high school. No, good goal. I was hoping that after 2 years of pouring my life and wisdom into Eddie, he would tell me he wants to go to college. Maybe be like me, the first in my family to graduate from college. But all Eddie wanted to do was cruise slow and slow and slow like, yeah, dream big. Students, at the end of the day, whose choice is it about your future? Okay, good. Don't point at me. Come on, baby. Yeah. Your parents can give you all the advice in the world. Your teachers can talk to you till they're blue in the face. The STAR test can haunt you all at once. But at the end of the day, it's your decision about the future that you're creating. And if we were to kind of follow you around, not creeper style, but just follow you around to watch your habits, your choices, see the friends that you have, what kind of future would those decisions start painting? What kind of choices are you making right now to create that future that you want? So in Eddie's case, his future was to be in a lowriding gang or something. I don't know. I wish I could tell you that Eddie and I built that lowrider. I wish I could tell you that this was like some gung-ho Hollywood movie that everything worked out, but that's not reality. That's not reality. At the same age as some of you, Eddie tried to commit suicide because life was too hard. His parents had just divorced. His friends were not really his friends because they always made fun of him about his speaking disability. Some of you are going through struggles here that your parents have no clue about. Some of you can go onto campus and have all the friends around you, but you feel so lonely right here. Here's my piece of advice. Talk to somebody about it. You have counselors, you have coaches. For those of you that go to church, you have a pastor, a youth pastor, but talk to somebody about it. The more you hold these struggles on the inside, it's like slow suicide. Talk to somebody about it, reach out to them. You know, you've got my Twitter right there, tweet me, just reach out to someone. So the question I want to ask you right now is the same question that I asked Eddie. If you could do just one thing this year, and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? And I invite the parents to think about this. If you could do just one thing this year, and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? I'm going to show you a little video here just to kind of jog your mind. At this age in life, you have so much potential if you're willing to step out there and go for it. So check out this video. I will get a college scholarship. I will walk again. I will turn pro. I will do it myself. I will get in shape. I will start my own business. I will be head cheerleader. I will never quit. We will get signed. I will compete in the X Games. I will get discovered. I will get the lead role. I will go to med school. I will volunteer in another country. I will follow my dreams. I will change the world. I will train harder. I will be the first in my family to go to college. I will make a feature film. I will make school a priority. We will release the CD. I will beat cancer. I will help my community. I will publish a book. I will go further. I will be a leader. Because failure is not an option. These are your goals. It's your choice. America. Thank you, Chuck. So this is just to get your brain going. What are some of the goals that you want? I'm not talking about some lofty dream. I'm going to make $1 million next week and buy South Dakota. No, I'm talking about like right now. Like if you could do something this week to totally change your life, what would you do? How many of you would like to go 1 week without fighting with your little brother or your little sister? Would that be a good goal? Mm-hmm. Even though they just like step on your eye pockets. How many of you would maybe go 1 week without getting into an argument with your parents? Got quiet over here. How many of you would like to go to college? Would that be a good goal? Raise your hand. Better raise your hand. Yes. See, reality is this. You're not going to get what you wish for in life. You're going to get what you work for. You're not going to get what you wish for. You're not going to get what you really ponder and think and all that stuff. No. You got to start working for it. You got to put yourself out there. You got to start taking those risks. You got to start striving, believing, achieving, all that stuff in order to get to where you want to be. It's not just going to get handed to you. It's not. I want to ask y'all, if you have your phones, students, what are some of your goals? What are some of the things you want to do? And this is your chance to respond live via Twitter or text. If you have your phone on you, I want to get some of your responses. If you could do just one thing this year, one thing this week, and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? Would you go to college? Would you pass the STAR test? Would you stand up to the person who keeps talking trash to you on campus? Would you stand up and speak out? Would you be a friend to that one person who always eats lunch by themselves? If you could do just one thing this year and you wouldn't fail, what would you want to do? What is your goal? Text it, tweet it in. I'm going to share a few of my goals. This is just to kind of show you what it takes to make these goals happen. So you can text me, Patrick PacMan, or 575-201-3593. My first goal that I really achieved in my life was being the first on my parents' side, to be the first to graduate from college. UTEP, University of Texas in El Paso. Was it easy? No. I'm not going to stand up here and pretend everything was hunky-dory like Barney. That's not reality. Reality is this. Going into college, I struggled at math. I hated math. Math hates kittens. It's evil. I struggled with math my whole life. Got into college, I failed math. So here, let me paint this picture. When you go to college, you may not have the money. Don't let that stop you. FAFSA, fastweb.net will give you scholarships. You know, there's money out there, billions and billions of dollars that says you can go to college. A lot of times, though, this college money depends on your grades, your activities, the clubs you're in. So I had a scholarship for about 2 years in college. But then because of math, I failed math, I lost my scholarship. That was about, I think, $3,000, $4,000 a semester that I lost because of my grades. You see, high school, yeah, you fail, maybe your teachers give you a curve and stuff. No, college is a totally different game. So you need to apply yourself. If you're struggling with something right now in high school and middle school, talk to a counselor, go to tutoring. For those of you that are involved in Avid or Gear Up, wonderful programs, stay plugged into those programs because they're there to help you out. So University of Texas El Paso got my degree in communication studies. I was able to start building my career after that. Part of that point was I wanted to start traveling. I love to travel, always wanted to go to France. Last year I had enough saved up, I had enough air miles just to go to France. It was like a Monday and I'm like, you know, I think Friday I'm going to go to France. Because I started paying the price early on. I started making those decisions early on to get to where I wanted to be. Now here's something a lot of people won't tell you. For those of you who do go to college, go to university, they have what's called study abroad programs. That is money that you can get. There's scholarships out there. You can get money to go study in Rome. Study humanities in Rome. Oh, you want to go study in Europe? You can go study in Europe. You can go to South America. The first time I went to Europe, I got, I think, like $3,000 from the university I was at to go study for my humanities credit. Again, this is money that is set aside for students just like you. Don't let money stop you from going to college. You have wonderful people up here who believe in you so much that they're putting this banquet together just for you. So this was me in France having fun. Another huge goal of mine, and this I'm just sharing this because it was a struggle, was to be a homeowner. I wanted to have a house. My mentality wasn't, oh, I just want to get a house. My mentality was this. If my mom could come from Chihuahua, Mexico, come to the United States, learn English, dominate high school, get an associate's degree, and start working from the ground up to become one of the clinical managers in one of the top 100 hospitals in the country, if she could have that level of success, what could I do? You see, students, your parents are building a legacy for you. Your parents are sacrificing for you. Now it's your chance to start growing on their shoulders. And if you don't start taking advantage of that, the day will come when you look back and see how many missed opportunities you had. Your parents aren't working 2, 3 jobs, taking double shifts for you just to, get that new iPhone or something. This is reality. Take advantage of what your parents are doing for you, helping you out. I couldn't have received this, achieved this without my parents' support. My mom and my dad helping me out. So again, don't wish for things to change. Start working for those things. Another one, writing a book. I co-wrote this book with a professor from Texas State University. Just something that I wanted to give to students. It's about identity, choices, being true to who you are. And I figured, I got the house, I got a car and stuff, I might as well get a pet. So I went out and bought me a little lizard. My clicker would work with me. Why do you hate me? What did I do to you? Yeah. So I went out and bought me a Godzilla. He escaped a few months ago, so if you find him, please feed him. He's hungry. Not very good. So what is your goal, and what are some things you're going to do to make that happen? So I got a few tweets here. Let me throw some of these out here real quick. All right. I would want to ask forgiveness for the sins I have done. That is deep. That is deep. I applaud that one. My goal is to pass all of my classes with a 90 or above. I will not quit. I will follow my dreams. I will be different. I would finish the novel I've been working on and my poetry. Very cool. Very cool. I will never miss a good opportunity. I will take advantage of things. I hope this isn't too much. It's not too much. You're good. My goal is to earn straight A's this year. All right, so these are simple goals, good goals, but the main question is this. What are you going to do to make those goals happen? You can tell me you want to make straight A's, but are you going to class on time? Are you getting tutoring for those subjects you're struggling in? And if you're acing classes, why not start taking AP courses, advanced placement? For those of you who don't know, AP courses that you pass during high school, you don't have to take that class in college. That's free money right there. You pass it in high school, advanced placement, some of these credits will transfer. You can get that class taken care of, save yourself a couple of $100 up to several $1,000s. We got another one here. We've got a tweet. My goal is to keep moving and not get held down. Very good. I want to successfully create my own board game, video game. Very cool. Creativity right there. Move to Austin. We'll build into that. I want to go to college at TCU, Texas Christian University. And those are your goals. Very good. Okay. So again, what are you going to do to make this happen? Here's my piece of advice for you. And I'm going to get some of you on stage real quick. On a piece of paper when you get home, so these aren't just some lofty goals. On a piece of paper, write these goals down. I am a high school graduate. I am a video programmer. I am a professional dancer. This is just stuff that all the psychologists and gurus out there will tell you to do. Write it down. Put 2 or 3 things you can do on a weekly or monthly basis to make that goal happen. When I got into the dancing, wanted to be more serious, I began to write it down. I am a professional dancer. I am a revenue producer. My goals, broke them down. I will practice every day. I will drink lots of water. I will stretch. I will build a revenue base. I'll make money pretty much. I will learn marketing and branding. I will find mentors, and I will live below my means. That's why I achieved a lot of the things I have. Instead of getting money and like, oh, I'm going to go spend it on a BMW, I was like, I'm going to pay off my student loans. I'm going to pay off my credit cards. So you start building into that, learning, growing, and you achieve. But most importantly, it comes down to having that goal, stepping out there, and just risking all to go for it. I need about 4 volunteers to come help me out real quick. Don't everybody jump up here at once. Yeah, she's pointing at you. Get up here. Come on, get up here. Yes, yes. We only got like 10 minutes. Hurry. Okay, like 5 minutes. Hurry, hurry. One more in the back. Come on. Run up here. Everybody give them an applause. Woo! You have no idea what's about to happen. We need like female representation up here. One lady. Can we get one lady? One lady? Come on up here, girl. Come on. Okay. Yeah, hurry. Okay, gentlemen, please step back. So I'm talking about not just having a goal, but stepping out there, doing what it takes to make that goal happen. So here's what we're going to do, just to give an example. I'm going to show you one dance move. You're going to copy the dance move, we're going to go down the line. Then I'll show you 2 dance moves. You'll copy 2 dance moves, we'll go down the line. It's going to get more challenging, more difficult, but that's life, all right? So, yeah, take off your shoes. There, all right, so let's do this. You're going to need your help, and my clicker's going to need my help. All right. Yeah. wherever you are, whatever you're doing, don't get comfortable right there. Comfort kills. Comfortable is not good enough. Comfortable is not going to get you to where you want to be. Step out there and start pushing yourself. Step out there and start trying and striving. So I'm going to show you the last move. It's going to get a little more challenging. And I know you've all heard the phrase, at first you don't succeed. No! If at first you don't succeed, change your approach. And then try again. If at first you don't succeed, do something different, then try again. Because if you do the same thing over and over and expect something different to happen, that's called insanity. So says Albert Einstein, but as you know. So if you're struggling in school, do something different. Go to tutoring, go to Gear Up, go to Avid. If you're struggling in relationships, whatever, do something different. Last move, don't die. Here we go. I know you have a skirt on, so you might just turn to the side or something. Yeah, we don't want any YouTube stuff going on. Okay, all right. Last move, let's do this. Let's go. What you need to do. When your student gets out there, you clap and applause. When they fail, you clap and applause, you pick them back up. You know, having a parent who will support y'all is the most vital thing that is missing in this equation. We have the schools, we have the counselors, we need the parents to push them. We need the parents to believe in them. When I told my parents I'm going to be a dancer, all my mom told me was, as long as you get your degree, go for it. I'm 35 years old now, my mom is still wondering when I'm going to get a real job. So, believe in your students, clap for them, pick them up, dust them off, you keep them going. Because you are their greatest asset. Thank you guys and lady, y'all can sit down. Michael Jackson putting on his shoes. You're like the 1990s version of Michael Jackson. Not quite black, not quite white. You've got the brown one. So stepping out there, having the goal, writing it down, risking all, just go for it. So let me jump back into that little story I told y'all in the very beginning. That other dancer had jumped into the circle. You know, it's not about winning or losing, it's about the experience. It's about learning from that experience and then trying again. Learning from that failure, learning from that success, trying, growing. So when this other dancer jumped into the circle, I figured, you know what, win or lose, one day it's going to make a cool story. So I decided just to keep calm and keep on dancing. So I jumped back into the circle like, all right, well, let's do this. So I start calling him out, and I'll start battling this guy. He jumps back in. This time, the audience right there just grew into this massive circle. People are screaming, yelling, throwing small children. I mean, it was just like hype. This was a crazy battle. So we're dancing back and forth, and I kid you not, like blood's coming out because we're dancing on the asphalt. Our shirts are black, torn. We're just going back and forth. You gotta be hungry. You gotta fight for it. You gotta strive for it. As soon as we were done battling, I like limped over to him and like, dude, that was awesome. Gave him a prop, and then I just told him, my dream is to use dancing to inspire students. He looked at me and he was like, dude, me too, me too. Right then and there, I met the first member who would join my crew, the Sun City Floor Rockers. He introduced me to another dancer, the New Mexico State champion, Sigrid Ogas. Then we met Carolyn Reyes, the first female to join our group. We formed a dance crew with the sole purpose of using dance to inspire youth. We became a non-profit company. The university paid us to go travel to San Antonio and Austin to do events. We began to get phone calls from the YMCA Boys and Girls Club Perez. We began to get invites from other states to speak and share our gift. All because of one little battle, one little dance, one choice. What decision have you been going back and forth on, too scared to go after? Try it. Find people who will have your back. I've seen so many other people, a lot of my friends included, who just throw their lives away because they hang out with chumps. They hang out with people who pull them down. So you need to find people who will believe in you, who will push you forward. If you have friends at school who are always getting into trouble and stuff, you might want to reconsider that. Because I saw a lot of my dance partners kind of go to the wayside because of decisions that their friends made, smoking, drinking, and all that stuff. It'll catch up to you. So be careful, protect those goals, protect those dreams, get out there and start making something incredible. Is it cool if I do some dancing for you real quick as we wrap up here? Yeah, okay, cool, don't get too excited. I'm 35 years old now, so some of you are old enough to be my kids, so let's do this. But I want to say thank all of you for letting me come out here, Trio, Gear Up, Learn. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this. They believe in you, your parents believe in you, start believing in yourself. If I could go back in time and do it all over again, this is the song that I'll get down to once again. Let me get this remote. Yeah! Thank you so much. I pass it back. Still out of breath. Kelly, take it. Take it, Kelly. We got this. Thank you. Another round of applause.
You know he's going to sacrifice his body to entertain y'all tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I just wanted to kind of recall one of the words or one of the sentences that he said tonight. You're not going to get what you wish for. You're going to get what you work for. And so that is so true. And so we just want y'all to know that the Talent Search program is here for y'all as y'all go into your high schools. We'll continue to work with you. And so please, come to us because we will try to help you, but we can't drag you there. You have to be willing to come on your own, and we'll give you the assistance that you need. Like the quote from LBJ earlier, we have opened the road, we have pulled the gates down, and the way is open, but we expect you to travel it. And so that's our challenge to the students tonight. Okay, so more door prizes. Okay, we have Victor